to more conversations. Let's invite now Prestige Estates. Remember, recently the company raised about 5,000 crore rupees via the QIP. So to discuss the way forward, Irfan Razack, CMD of Prestige Group, is now with us on the show. Mr. Razack, morning. This is Reema here. So what will this 5,000 crore of fundraise be used for? Is this for expansion solely in the residential segment, or are you looking at expansion in the hospitality segment? And also, is a separate listing of the hospitality business on the cards?
Good morning, Reema. First, yes, we have raised this capital. Of course, it comes with a lot of responsibility. We have that much more now pressure on us to see that the company performs well and gives results as we go along. Part of this, 1/3 of this capital raise will be used for retiring debt almost immediately. And rest of it will be, 1/3 of it will be used for business development, and the balance will be used for infusion into various SPVs and general corporate purposes. And I believe that is the way ahead, and that's what we had planned, and that's what we had told in the beginning, and that's how we are going to handle this. Of course, we'll also have a lot of internal cash flows as we go along with the type of launches that keep coming as per the plan that we have. So all in all, I believe the company has a huge responsibility to use this amount properly and to see that it has the growth capital for future.
Now, your debt was nearly 8,200 crore as of the last updated figure. You're going to use 1/3 of the QIP proceeds to raise debt and perhaps some more from the cash that you generate. By the end of this fiscal year, FY25, what would your debt number look like, according to you?
I mean, I can't predict now, but obviously, if you ask me on the debt equity ratio today, with this capital raise from 0.65 to 0.7, we would have come back to 0.2. And with this cash, there will be net debt of only about 3,000 crores. And of course, we'll be retiring a fair amount of debt, both from this capital raise as well as from the cash flows that we come from the internal accruals. And then, yes, we need money for growth. We need money for business development. So a portion of this money be used for that.
Mr. Razack, hi. Good morning and congratulations on a successful fundraise. Lots of interest there and quite incredible, actually, the amount of fundraising which is going on and you know, how the depth of the market is just quite amazing. Just a quick word on the second part of Reema's question in terms of new SPVs. Is it all the other 1/3? Is it going to go into residential purely, all of it? And in what way? As you said, SPVs, etc. I mean, if you can give us some more color.
Yeah. See, the last 1/3, as I said, business development, when I talked about it, it's to buy land, and that's to see that our residential business is fueled and we have a proper pipeline in the various cities that we operate in. The last 1/3 is our contribution to various SPVs. When I said that is, we companies also in the business of creating assets, both office, retail, as well as hospitality assets. And there will be a contribution that is required for that. So that's where this balance money will be utilized. And that will give us that stability and less dependency on more debt.
Could you tell us, you must already have land parcels that you want to buy chalked up in that sense. And you'd have sort of worked towards raising a certain amount of money to buy a certain amount of land. Could you give us a sense of what we are looking at, which cities, and some idea about from these land parcels that you would buy, what's the revenue potential going to be? Big numbers, broad numbers, but just to give an idea.
See, now the thing is, I cannot at this moment tell you what will be my revenue from the lands that we acquire. But when we filed our DRHP for capital raise, we have compulsorily to also list out this has to be utilized. And we have listed out half a dozen lands where the company is already in discussions with or signed MOUs. And that money will be utilized for those particular lands. The details are there. Now, offhand, I can't give you a breakdown exactly how much is going to be used for which land, but it is in various cities. It's just not Bangalore. It is Bangalore, something in even in Mumbai or even in NCR. So this is where it's work in progress, and I'm sure that's give the company some very large revenues on top line as we go along.
All right. Hi, Mr. Razack. Good morning and good to see you on the show. I want to focus more on the Mumbai market. When I go for my evening walks, I see good progress at your Bandra project. So if you could, and there's a lot of interest out there, mind you, the high ticket ones. So tell us more about that. What are the, ticket price of these flats at Bandra? Also on your Marine Lines project, because there's a lot of demand out there as well. So what's the potential revenue, the ticket size, and how you see this revenue recognition on both these two projects?
No, I'm glad that you've seen this firsthand.
Yeah.
The mic that is the ocean has really met some good favor from the customers. We've also built a customer experience center with a show flat, which has been well liked. And the good news is we've sold more than half of this, almost 60%. The stock inventory has been, in fact, what was like on the other towers where we'll have inventory. So it's a good thing, and we've got approval for both the towers. That also gives us a good feeling. And importantly is we started construction. So it's going to be quite a challenging task building, but I'm sure we'll reach there as the schedules. So also in Bandra is that's the Pali Hill project which you talked about. Even that has been quite challenging in terms of the terrain and everything else. And the team is really focused to see that we get off the ground and move ahead. And responsibility to the existing people who trusted us and for redevelopment. And they'll be also closely watching that how the progress is, and soon can they get their new homes. So that's how it is. And the sales has been good. In fact,
so just out of curiosity, what's the average selling price of the Bandra, Pali Hill and the Marine Line project? Because you've sold most of it. And
I think the average selling price in the Marine Lines, that is Ocean Tower, is around between 80 and 85,000 on carpet. And similarly in Pali Hill is up to about 95 to 105,000. So that are the broad outlines. And of course, initially we started it for a number, but then it's now firmed up nicely. And I think the demand is still good, and we are looking for quality customers in both these projects.
Okay, all right, Mr. Razack. Well, every project comes with its set of challenges, but as you said, demand has been very strong. We wish you well, and I'll keep an eye out on that Bandra project as well when I go for my evening walks. All the best. Thanks a lot for joining in.
Thanks.
Let's focus on JMDC. Another